Yeah, I'm about to start crying. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a first trimester recap. It is actually October 7th. I am right now 16 weeks, 5 days. So I've been in my second trimester for about almost 3 weeks. But I wanted to take my time and think of all the things I wanted to talk about. So let's get right into it. How early did I find out? I found out at 4 weeks pregnant, which was July, I don't even remember the exact date because I tested so many times. So I had a feeling on July 9th, which is a Friday, that the test was positive, but I wasn't for sure. So I tested again on Saturday and Sunday, which was July 10th and 11th. And for sure on the 11th is when my digital came back positive. So that weekend, and that weekend is when I was officially 4 weeks. So yeah, I found out when I was 4 weeks pregnant. My first symptoms, honestly, insomnia was like my first one that I experienced that week, and headaches. I think that was it though. I didn't really have any symptoms that like made me think to take a pregnancy test. I was just already taking them because we were trying, so it was, my period was supposed to start the 12th, July 12th, and I was testing like that whole week before. So I literally had no reason to test except for I just was already. Overall, my symptoms, I remember I started to get sore breasts, and they started growing at like 5-6 weeks. Still had headaches, still had really bad insomnia, like, and I still do. I wake up every hour of the night tossing and turning, and usually at one point that I wake up I stay up for like 2 hours, so that's a lot of fun. So definitely that. Tired. I would like shut down at like 2 p.m. so tired. Trying to think of like the physical symptoms. Out of breath, and still am all the time. So I think those are really all the physical symptoms. I am going to go through this journal later that I haven't read through since I started it, so this will jog my memory on some symptoms and aversions and all that kind of stuff. So cravings, I honestly didn't have any true cravings until probably about 10 or 11 weeks. It was when we were moving into our new apartment. I started, around that time, I started craving McDonald's burgers, which I hadn't had McDonald's burger for probably 12 years, and I all of a sudden wanted one, and I went and got the double, what was it, like the 2 cheeseburger meal. Smashed it in like 2 minutes, and I still crave burgers all the time. It doesn't have to be McDonald's, like we'll go to Culver's or make burgers or whatever. So definitely burgers. Aversions, I had food aversions to probably about everything from week 5 to 9 or 10 until the burger craving happened. Every smell of food was disgusting. Chips are my favorite thing in the entire world, and I could not eat a chip. Like that was, it just tasted so bad. The only thing that sounded good to me were pastries and like cold fruity stuff, like a popsicle or a cold fruity drink or something like that. Besides that, everything else was awful. Daniel would cook food and I had to like step outside the apartment because it made me feel sick. And yeah, so aversions to smell and taste was basically everything except for pastries and fruity stuff. When did I have my first appointment? I had my first appointment on September 3rd. Wait, no. I had my first appointment on August 3rd. It was actually a free clinic because at the time I was still working on getting Medicaid figured out, and it was taking a really long time, but I really wanted to go because I wanted to make sure it wasn't like an ectopic pregnancy or anything like that. So I was there at 7 weeks and 3 days, and that's where I got to hear baby for the first time. I have that appointment in one of my previous videos. So that's when I went to my first appointment. When did you find out gender? So after I got my OB, my first appointment there was September 2nd. And so a month after the first one, I finally got my OB. I went for another ultrasound, and I also did my genetic blood testing, which is when they check for genetic anomalies or non-genetic things like cystic fibrosis is genetic, Down syndrome, trisomy, stuff like that. So they can also test for gender when they do that. So I chose to do it and got the results about 5 days later through that. Oh, I also did a sneak peek at 8 weeks, like the sneak peek at home gender thing. Let me know if you guys want me to put a video up about us finding out the gender, because I actually did film when we got the sneak peek results, and then a month later when we got it confirmed through clinical blood testing. So let me know if you want to see that, because I do have our reactions. I do have me doing the sneak peek thing and everything like that. It was just, I just never put it together. So let me know if you'd like to see that. But yeah, so we found out the gender. I think I was 12.5 weeks when we got the results back about the blood tests. So if you guys don't know already, we are having a girl, and that's what the sneak peek results said, and then that's what our clinical testing said also. So we are having a girl. I do have an anatomy scan at the end of this month, so I guess that'll truly confirm it, but I really hope that it's still girl, because that would be so confusing if both those things were wrong. So it's a girl, and I couldn't be more excited. That's what we wanted. Obviously we'd be happy with either, but we really started dreaming and hoping for a girl, and that's what we got. Do you have a name? Yes, we do. And I don't think I've talked about it on YouTube, but I did announce it when we announced the gender on my Instagram and Facebook. And her name is Thompson Ray. And the story behind that is Thompson Road is the street that my husband lived on when we first started dating. And we just have so many memories over there. I mean, he lived where like there were a ton of fast food and stores and everything like that, like so close. And so we were always, I was always over there. We were always walking on that road. We were always just hanging out over there, and it means a lot to me. Like every time I drive on Thompson Road, I just think about when we first started dating, and it just floods back a ton of amazing memories. So we want to name her Thompson, and we can call her Tommy, and Daniel chose the spelling of it, Tommi, for Tommy. And Ray is my best friend's middle name, and I really wanted to find like a short, cute, girly middle name that went well with it, and that's why I chose Ray. And I feel like Ray kind of keeps the edginess to it, like it's not super girly, which I'm not a super girly girl, so I really wanted to keep that going. So Thompson Ray is her name, and I'm so excited. Thompson is so cute. It's so hip and unique, and just I feel like she's really gonna grow into it, and it's gonna be adorable. All right, so I'm gonna do a bump date for you guys right now. Again, I am 16 weeks 5 days. I'll be 17 weeks in just a couple days, so this isn't really a first trimester bump, but I did want to show you guys, and then we're gonna dig into my journal and then also some products. All right, so here's my 16-week 5-day belly. It is popping, and it is only like 9 a.m. right now, guys, so it's not the end of the day. This is what I'm starting to look like every day. It makes things a lot more real. So that's my little bump date. I'm so out of breath. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, okay, so now I'm going to show you guys just a few products and talk about the things that got me through. Oh my gosh, I skipped over an entire question. Did I have morning sickness? No. And I say that with a question mark because I never threw up, thank goodness, because if you guys have been following along, I have emetophobia, which is the fear of vomit and anything to do with it. So I never got sick, but I definitely did experience nausea, probably mild to moderate, not really severe, but enough to make me panic, and we'll get into all that in a little bit. But I did have Zofran, I used peppermint oil, ginger candies. Those were my big things, and then taking a nap. So the nap would always make it go away. But those are the things that helped me. And I really only felt nauseous when it was like around dinner time, or like in the afternoon, when I really just needed like a big meal, is when I started to feel nauseous. And as soon as I ate that big meal, I was completely fine. I don't know. I mean, morning sickness isn't just the getting sick part, it's also nausea. So I don't really know if it's a yes or no. I definitely experienced nausea, but I never like got sick, and it wasn't in the morning. Oh, I ate, and I still do for peace of mind, I eat 2 crackers when I wake up, and I lay down for 10 minutes before I get up. I do that every single morning, and I've done that since the very start when I found out I was pregnant. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you guys a few products that I use and have been using from the first trimester. So the prenatals that I take are these Ollie prenatals, the gentle on stomach ones, and these do not include iron, which is why they can claim that they're gentle on the stomach, because iron does sometimes cause upset stomach and nausea, which obviously I avoided because I don't like that. But my doctor did tell me I need to start taking iron, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I've been really liking these. These are gummies. I don't like taking pills, and I have bought my 3rd one. This one's like almost empty. I have a brand new one downstairs, but I've been really liking these. A lot of people take them, so I recommend them if you're looking for a yummy gummy. Also, I had heard that magnesium spray can help a lot with nausea, but also insomnia. I can't tell if this truly works. I'd say 50% of the time it does, but it's worth just using and hoping that it does. This is the pink Stork magnesium spray, and I got this on Amazon, and as you can see, I've not really used that much, but I've used it probably like 5 to 10 times, and I like to just have it on hand. So I recommend this to anyone who's struggling a lot with nausea and insomnia. Just give it a try. It's not very expensive, so it's not like you're wasting a ton of money to try it out. And then last on the product section, this is belly care stuff, which I had bought in my first trimester to start using before my belly even started growing. And this is from Zoe Organics. This is the belly butter. It's completely vegan, non-toxic, certified organic. And this is the belly oil from Zoe Organics also. I really like them. I love the smell of them. I don't know if I'll repurchase them just because they were a little bit pricey, but I'm enjoying the ones that I have, and I would recommend it to anyone who is in the market for certified organic products. They're really great quality. Okay, so now we will be digging deep. I'm just running and slurring my words together. Okay, now we will be digging deep into this journal, which I haven't journaled very much, but I did more in my first trimester, so I'm gonna go through this, and it might get a little emotional. I already feel like crying right now. But I'm here to be completely honest with you guys and share my entire journey with you. I'm already fighting back tears. This is not gonna be good. So we're just gonna start looking through it, and I will read it to you guys and kind of expand on things and all that. I started this journal at 5 weeks, 2 days pregnant, and I tried to journal just like once a week, and then it started to be like once a month, which is my fault. But 5 weeks, 2 days, this is my words exactly. I've been feeling really anxious since finding out because of my phobia. I'm becoming less and less afraid, but it's still really hard. Daniel is starting his new job today, and I'm so proud of him. And then I have bullet points. I don't feel like eating in the morning. Salt more than sweet, which changed immediately after this. Like, I just told you about the chip thing. Like, immediately after this, I hated salty things. Haven't been sleeping well, waking up 1 to 2 times every night to pee. Nipple tips are a lot tender and hard 24/7. Literally, the tips of my nipples, not the areola, but the nipple part was so tender and it was hard 24/7 for like weeks. Hungry a lot. Scheduled a free ultrasound for August 3rd. Waiting for Medicaid to be approved. Got a doula. So that wasn't as sad as I was expecting it to be. But yeah, I'm about to start crying. This is 6 weeks, 2 days. I just put bullet points. You can tell how just like defeated I am because I'm about to start crying. I was barely writing anything because I was struggling so bad. But we'll get into that. 6 weeks, 2 days. Nipples and boobs getting sore, eye twitching. I forgot about my eye twitching. My eye was twitching from literally like when I found out I was pregnant all the way like until probably 10 weeks. Insomnia, tired. I eat pretzels and peanut butter every night. Still anxious, but trying to hand it to God. Okay. 6 weeks, 4 days, so only a couple days later. Things haven't become more real. I think it's because I'm so focused on my anxieties and fears. I'm trying my hardest to look to God and trust that He'll take care of me and protect me. Daniel has been amazing and hardworking and so sweet. Little love, you will have a wonderful father. Okay. This is gonna get so messy because not only is it like truly a sad thing, but I'm so pregnant. Okay. 7 weeks, 2 days. Fresh fruit, veggies are what I can tolerate. Still hungry. Getting nauseous in the evening, headaches in the evening, constipated, bloated, sore and growing boobs, severe anxiety, lots of tears last night. And lots is in all caps, and that's literally just all I wrote for that day. And then only a few days later I journaled again about, this was after our ultrasound. It said, yes, we had our first ultrasound and you were measuring exactly 7 weeks. We saw and heard you, healthy heartbeat. Dad was so excited and happy to see you. Love you. It just makes me so sad because I'm always talking about Daniel. Like, Daniel's so excited. Daniel's being so amazing. You're gonna love him. And I don't really think I've shared a lot of this. I didn't. All that you guys know is that I have that phobia of getting sick, but I never really talked about how I was doing the whole time. And I wasn't okay. The first, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, so that July 11th, if you want to say, from then all the way until September, I was depressed. And I really have a hard time admitting it. But I was in my bed every day. In my bed every day. The house was a mess. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to move. I was so scared. I was scared to leave the house. I was scared to have people over. I completely isolated myself. I was just even scared to have people over because I didn't want to start not feeling good and then have to hide it and hide my panic attack. And that night where I said I had a lot of tears, it was somebody had come over and was eating with us, and I ate, but then immediately just started to get anxious because I just felt, you know, indigestion and stuff, and that triggers the panic for me. And I had to hide up in our room, and I was just sitting on the floor rocking and crying silently and just waiting for them to leave. And then I remained in a panic attack for like 2 hours. And I remember that night I was just so defeated, and I was like, I can't do this. I have so long to go, and I'm only, I think I was like 7 weeks. I have so long to go. I can't do this. And I just kept thinking in my head how easy it would be to just give up and just terminate my child, which is something like I've never ever wanted to do. But that was like a thought that would cross my mind, like, oh, it'd be easy just to do that. But I don't do that. I don't believe in that. And I just felt so upset. And I remained in that for 2 months. I would lay in bed all day long. Nothing got cleaned, nothing got cooked. I was too scared to get in the shower. So I was only getting in the shower like once a week. And sometimes I wouldn't even be able to finish the shower. I would get in, I'd get my hair wet, put shampoo in my hair, and I'd start to panic, and I'd get out with shampoo in my hair and not even care, and just lay back down in bed like that. And all of this because of a phobia. And I just felt so stupid. I'm like, if I didn't have this phobia, I would be so excited. I didn't feel any excitement about being pregnant because it was just all destroyed by my phobia. And I felt so frustrated and sad by that. And I can't even tell you what happened that got me out of it, but the reason that I don't even know is, all I can point it to is God, because it wasn't anybody, it wasn't anything. I just all of a sudden like could get out of bed, and it's not perfect. I still struggle. I have a few days at a time where I'm like back in that place, but I just think I needed to trust more that God knows me. I'm his child before anything, and he knows me, and he knew how much that phobia had a hold of me, and he just wanted me to trust that he was going to protect me from it. And he did, and I'm so thankful for it. But he's the one that pulled me out of it, because not any one thing did, and not any one person did. I told you guys that was gonna get that was gonna get heavy. immediately after those journals, I start writing way more because I start getting more excited. I start feeling better. There's only a few more journals after this because this is when it switched to like just one a month because I was not doing okay. I was not journaling. That was not the first thing on my mind. This jumps to 9 weeks, 2 days. I'm tired. My boobs have grown, still sore. I'm having food aversions to salty, warm things. Love cold and fresh things. Loving pastries and desserts. Still struggling with anxiety. And then I write a note to Little Love, which is what we were naming her at first, was just Little Love. Like we were just calling her Little Love. We found out that you're probably a girl and we're so excited. I'm struggling a lot, baby, but I know it'll be worth it once we have you. I'm so excited to just see you and start our family adventures together. Daddy can't wait. He's working really hard to make sure we can take care of you. Now, a month later, this is 13 weeks, 4 days. Craving hamburgers and fries, less nauseous, better appetite, tired and not sleeping well still. Boobs are growing and hurting. Belly has officially popped. To our little girl. We know you're a girl and we couldn't be more excited. It was confirmed through genetic blood tests. We also have your name set, Thompson Ray, and then I explain it here to her, what it all means. Today, I wrote this one, again, almost a month later, again, and I need to get better at it, especially now that I'm feeling better, but I guess I can't read you guys this yet because I'm in the second trimester. So I have to stop there because I will be doing a second trimester recap. I suppose the recap to this video, because obviously it went somewhere a little deep, is that I truly am doing a lot better and I couldn't give the thanks to anyone else but God and Daniel and my friends and family. It has not been easy, but I'm definitely better and I can truly say that, and I'll always be honest with you guys because I know I'm not the only one out there. So I just have to be honest and share it with you guys, and I just can't wait for you to be on this journey. I'm starting to be so excited now that it is not fogged by fear. I seriously am starting to get so excited. I'm so incredibly blessed to be the vessel that brings my daughter into this world, and I'm so excited to meet her. Like, I can almost start crying about that again. I'm so excited to meet her. I'm almost halfway there. So I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Please subscribe and like. I love you, and we'll see you soon.